satellite உடைய basics பார்த்தோம். satellite உடைய basics. Again, அதுலயும் particular main வந்து geostationary and geosynchronous பார்த்தோம். So again, similarity வந்து ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 24 hours தான். Rotation time is 24 hours. Again, 0 degree orbit. Orbit can be anything other than 0 degree. Okay. Then application of geostationary satellite is DTH. Okay. Here always you can get the connection in case of geostationary. In case of geosynchronous, only for every 24 hours. Every 24 hours தான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு சிக்னல் கிடைக்கும். ஃபுல் டைம் கிடைக்காது. ஒரு நாள் ஏதோ ஒரு டைம்ல கிடைக்கும். அகைன் அதே டைம்ல அடுத்த நாள்ல கிடைக்கும். ஓகே. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் say generally that orbit, say this is the earth and this is the earth and this is the orbit of the satellite. This is the orbit of the satellite. Again, இது view என்ன view அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டாப் வியூ. இது வந்து என்ன வியூ? டாப் வியூ. சோலார் சிஸ்டத்துல நம்ம டாப் வியூல இருந்து பார்க்கும்பொழுது உங்களுக்கு இது போல தான் கிடைக்கும். சர்க்கிள் மாதிரி தான் தெரியும். ஏன்னா ஒரு ஸ்பியரே இருந்தாலுமே அதை நீங்க வந்து டாப் வியூல இருந்து பார்க்கும்பொழுது அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்? சர்க்கிள் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ இது வந்து ஜஸ்ட் டாப். ஓகே. ஸோ அகெயின் ஏற்கனவே சொல்லியிருந்தோம் நம்ம the radius between the surface of the earth and satellite. This is satellite. That green color is satellite. That green color is satellite and this red color is earth. Okay, red color is earth. Again, what is the distance for geostationary orbit? For geostationary orbit, the distance was 36,000 kilometers. Okay, 36. This one is 36,000 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Okay. Then you know that the radius of Earth is 6,000 kilometers. Then what is the orbit of the satellite? Satellite is anyway that is circle. What is the radius of that orbit? What is the radius of the satellite orbit? Again, it's very clear. So from this you have to measure. Okay, from this you have to measure. So the radius of the orbit, is in this case, say for example R, some book they used to take R or otherwise A, both are same. Okay, R or A. Okay, both are same. The radius is again the radius of the orbit. Okay, the radius of the orbit, it is better to put A because already we have taken the capital R for radius of the earth. So the radius of the orbit, say if it is A, that is the radius of the earth plus distance from the surface of the earth to the satellite, that is 36,000 kilometers. Now what is the orbital radius? The orbital radius is again the radius of the earth is 6,000 kilometers. Now the orbit radius is 42,000 kilometers. Okay, you should know the differences. Okay, the overall orbit radius from the center point of the earth is the radius of the earth plus the distance between the surface of the earth and satellite. Okay, from this what you can observe, so once if you know that distance between the satellite and earth, you can calculate the radius of the orbit in the simple manner. Okay, radius of the orbit. In some cases they used to, instead of 36,000 kilometers, if the orbit changes, say medium earth orbit or low earth orbit, then you can put D values. It will have some distance value, so R plus D, like that. Okay, distance D, capital D notation is used from the surface of the earth to the satellite. Okay, now next question is, suppose now you know what is A. So again from this A, again that A is the radius of the orbit. Again that total diameter of the orbit is 2a. That's okay. So next, what is the orbit time? Okay, what is the orbit time? Orbit time in the sense the satellite orbit time. How much time the satellite is taking to complete one rotation? To complete one rotation. Say for example, if t square is directly proportional to r cube. Okay, the simple relation is the time for orbit and the radius of the orbit. Again, not to confuse, I will use the notation A, because I will use the notation A. T square is directly proportional to A cube. T square is directly proportional to A cube. The relation between the radius of the orbit and the time of the orbit. Again, one thing is clear here. Once the radius of the orbit increases, again, the time has to increase, the rotation time has to increase when the velocity of the satellite is constant. When what is constant? When velocity of the satellite is constant. Otherwise, this will not hold, because there is a relation between velocity and the time taken and the distance. So when you are discussing about one thing, you have to keep the other parameter constant. Okay. So when the velocity of the satellite is constant, when you increase the radius of the orbit, then definitely it will take more time to complete one rotation. More time to complete one rotation. Very important that you should, a very important equation. This one is t square is directly proportional to a cube. T square is directly proportional to a cube. Okay. Now I will give you the one assignment based on this. Say, not assignment, now itself you have to calculate. Okay. Say for example, t square is my relation. T square is directly proportional to a cube. Now you know that what is the, for geostationary satellite, you know that what is the value of a. You know that just now I have calculated, that is 40,000 k kilometer, 40,000 kilometer. Okay. And now suppose for geostationary orbit, again, you know, for geostationary orbit it is taking 24 hours. It is taking 24 hours. Then for medium earth orbit, what will be that time, orbital time? Again, you should know for medium earth orbit what is a. Say the medium earth orbit I'm mentioning is just AM. For medium earth orbit, A is something around 26,000 kilometer, I think 26,000 kilometer, because 20,000 kilometer is medium earth orbit range. Again, from the center point of the earth, again some 6,000 kilometer extra you have to add. So 26,000 kilometer. Okay, medium earth orbit, orbital radius is around 26,000 kilometer. Okay. Now, what will be the orbital time for medium Earth orbit? Can anybody tell quickly what is the answer? Yes, you can tell very quickly. Definitely, it will be lesser than 24 hours, because as the radius, orbital radius decreases, that time will decrease. So, anybody, any quick answer? Okay, how you have to approach this problem? Say, first, what is the relation they given? T square is directly proportional to A cube. So 24 square. Okay, 24 square. Say some constant is there. We don't know what is that constant. K and A cube. A cube means what? 42K whole cube. Okay. Now you know what is the value of K. Now you know what is the value of K. What I need to find Tm. So Tm is definitely equal to K into, again, that orbital radius. What is that orbital radius? That orbital radius is 26,000, okay, kilometer, 26,000 kilometer whole cube. Now you know what is the value of K. Now you know what is the value of K. Can anybody quickly tell the answer for this? K is equal to 24 square divided by 42 cube. Just a substitution. Yes, sir. Anybody? Yes. Are you understanding the question? Just mathematics. If you have calculator, you can do.
$136.6.
So I need in terms of hours, sir. $136 hours. Is what about others?
5 hours, 6 hours.
Oh, sir. You're converting into
5.6.
hours, huh? That.
5.6.
Oh, but everything we are substituting in hours only, not directly. Answer also should be in hours. 24 hours also you are substituting in hours only directly. So instead of 24, you are directly substituting 24. Then remaining all parameters are substituting in as usual. Then you have to get in terms of hour only, final answer. Yes, what about others? Is there any mistake here? Where is the mistake? Everything we are substituting as usual. K is not a speed, K is some constant. If somebody is telling unit of K is kilometer per hour.
Around 0.6, 12 hours.
Yeah, that the mistake is, I think 11.6 is the correct answer. We have made a mistake here. There it comes, some one square will come. Yes, that is our mistake. So what will be the T final value? Around
12.
say around 11.6. So 11.6 hour. What about others? Are you getting that? We made some simple mistake here. Here square comes. So finally you have to take square root. Okay, square root. So this is T. This is only final T. Final T value is 11.6 hours. ஸோ இப்போ உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா சார்? ஒரு சினாரியோ தந்தா நம்ம எப்படி வந்து ஆர்பிட்டால் டைம் வந்து எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்குது. பட் வாட் இஸ் த அசம்ஷன் ஹியர்? அவர் அசம்ஷன் இஸ் த சேட்டலைட் ஸ்பீட் இஸ் கான்ஸ்டன்ட். ஓகே, சேட்டலைட் ஸ்பீட் வேரி ஆச்சுன்னா நம்ம இதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே, ஸோ 11.6 hours. ஸோ என்ன அப்சர்வேஷன்? அப்போ ஆர்பிட்டால் ரேடியஸ் டிக்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா டைம் டேக்கன் டு கம்ப்ளீட் ஒன் ரொட்டேஷன் என்ன ஆகுது? டிக்ரீஸ் ஆகுது. ஓகே, suppose if it is approximately 12 hours, say if it is approximately 12 hours, what will happen, sir? In one day it will make 2 rotation. In one day that particular satellite will make how many rotation? 2 rotation, because orbital time is only 12 hours. Okay, Earth will take 24 hours generally. So generally in one day the satellite will complete 2 rotation. The satellite will complete 2 rotation. Again you have to take some different orbit, say low Earth orbit. What is the orbital radius, and you calculate yourself what is the rotation time for lower orbit. So for that you should know the LEO range. I think it is around 10,000 kilometer. It is around 10,000 kilometer. So yesterday we made some mistake actually. If this is the ground, that LEO is not at 10 kilometer. It is at 10,000 kilometers. It's around 10,000 kilometer. It's around 10,000 kilometer. Okay, and again MEO is around around 20,000, 15,000 to 20,000 kilometer. There are some ranges. So MEO. Again GEO, generally GEO means from GEO is 36,000 kilometer. Okay, please note down this. Then உங்களுக்கு இந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் எல்லாம் படிச்சுன்னு வர சொன்னேன். இந்த அளவுக்கு படிச்சிருக்கீங்க அந்த. Okay, anyway I will go to the other topics. Next, suppose say this is the Earth, and this we take it as a satellite orbit. Satellite orbit. It's like in circular nature, but in reality, it is not a circle. It is like a ellipse. It is like a ellipse. So what I will take, say if this is the Earth, small Earth. Okay, this is Earth. This is the Earth. This is satellite. Okay, but anyhow, what is that overall distance? That is 2a. A means what? Orbital radius of the satellite. So overall diameter has to be 2a. So now we will extend this into the elliptical format. Okay, in reality it is elliptical. Okay, in reality that orbit is not circular, it is actually elliptical. So I'll extend this to in elliptical format. Something like this. Okay, now here this is the focal point. Okay, this is one focal point. This is another focal point. Okay, so you have to place your Earth in any one of the focal point. Okay, the Earth has to be, in case of circle நீங்க எங்க சார் place பண்ணீங்க, உங்களுடைய Earth வந்து center pointல place பண்ணீங்க. In case of elliptical உங்களுடைய Earth வந்து எங்க place பண்ணனும், any one of the focal point. So ellipse நாலே உங்களுக்கு 2 focal point இருக்கும். You have to place your Earth in any one of the focal point. Say if this is, okay, if this is one of the focal point, I can place it here. Okay, now from the center point of the Earth, say that center point will come here, something like this. What is the smallest distance? What is the smallest distance? Again, from the center point of the Earth, what is the largest distance? Okay, the largest distance is called what, sir? Apogee. The largest distance from the center of the Earth to the satellite, from the center of the Earth to the satellite is called apogee. That apogee distance, the apogee distance is a into 1 plus e. A into 1 plus e. E means what? Eccentricity of the ellipse. Eccentricity of the ellipse. Okay, that eccentricity value can go from 0 to 1 actually. The eccentricity value can go from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. If the eccentricity value is 0, then it is more or less circle. If the eccentricity value is 1, then it is more or less equal to line. Okay, it's equal to line. Again, so in reality that ellipse value has to be in between 0 to 1. If you want to have a ellipse, real ellipse, you have to have the value between the 0 to 1, and 0 and 1 is an extreme condition. Okay, if it is 0, it is circle. If it is 1, it will become a line. More or less, it becomes a simple line. That ellipse will become a simple line. Okay, and what is the? This is called perigee. The distance. This distance is called. The largest distance is apogee, and the smallest distance is called perigee. Smallest distance is called perigee. That perigee value, this value is a into 1 minus e. A into 1 minus e. Okay. So now, if you observe this, if you add both perigee and apogee, if you add both perigee and apogee, you will get this distance between this extreme point. That means major axis distance. This you will call it as a major axis. Okay, major axis of the ellipse. So again, if you add both the things, the major axis of the ellipse, you will become 2a. You will get 2a. So just you add both. Once if you add both, it is clear that it will give you the major axis. Major axis of the ellipse. Major axis of the ellipse. Once if you add a plus ae, again a minus ae. So what you are getting? You are getting major axis. Again, please remember this is equal to the diameter of the circle already. So both approximation. This is just approximation only. Circular orbit, the dimensions and everything is same. And the 2a vandrunda diameter, inge vandunadu semi major axis distance vandunadu 2a da major axis. major axis distance on the 2a. Again, sometime in the exam they used to give semi-major axis, sir. So semi-major axis means what? It's very simple. It's simply a. It's simply a semi-major axis. Okay. Again, this a you can use it in that equation. T square is directly proportional to a cube. So in that equation, you can use this a. You can use this a. Okay. So in reality, that orbit will be like ellipse. Okay. This one, this what black color is the orbit of the orbit of the satellite. Orbit of this satellite. This is the Earth. This is the Earth. From the Earth center point to the longest distance to the satellite is called apogee. Is called apogee. From the Earth center point to the shortest distance to the satellite is called perigee. Is called perigee. Okay. Again, please remember the perigee involves some surface distance as well as the radius of the Earth. Okay. Some surface distance from the surface of the Earth as well as the radius. Okay. When you are making the calculation, you have to be very clear about that. Okay. What you are calculating from the surface or from the center point. Okay. You should be very clear. Yes. Is the definition is correct, sir? I think. Yes. Anybody? Is the definition is correct? Perigee is the distance from the center point of the Earth or from the surface of the Earth. Yes, anyone? I'm having some doubt that perigee is from the center. It has to be calculated from the center point of the Earth or from the surface of the Earth.
Center point of the.
Okay. Anyway, that has to be clarified. Okay, either it is from the surface or it is from the center point. But the definition is okay. The definition is okay. That mathematics during mathematics you have to be a little bit clear. Okay. So next I will go to the document. So we'll discuss about this one document what they given. Okay.
It's center of the earth, sir.
Okay, during mathematics, yes, okay. For mathematics, you have to take it from center of the Earth. But by definition in the book, they will tell perigee means shortest distance from the surface. They used to tell. Okay, that's okay. But anyhow, if you add, that will not change. You know, if you add that radius of the Earth with that, anyhow, that longest and smallest distance will not change. Okay, still longest will be longest only, smallest will be smallest only, because you are adding same distance with the both things. That's okay. Yes. Okay, so. This is like this is the orbit of the satellite, and this point is called apogee, and this point is called perigee, and again a into 1 plus e, a into 1 minus e, and as per Kepler third law, t square is directly proportional to a cube, where a means semi-major axis. Where a means semi-major axis. In case of circle, a is a radius. In case of circle, a is a radius. Again, if you just modify, t can be directly proportional to a power 3/2. Okay, example எப்படி வேணாலும் தரலாம் சார். Just ஞாபகம் வச்சு. Again, some constant has to be there. That constant is 4 pi square divided by mu. Okay, 4 pi square value. You know, anyway, that mu is constant. Okay, but what is important are this relation is important. Okay. This relation is very much important, sir. T square is directly proportional to a cube. Okay, and again next they given some frequency of operations. They given some frequency of operation. Generally, that frequency of operation can be 6/4 kilohertz. Here, that 6 indicates that uplink frequency and 4 indicates the downlink frequency. Similarly, in the second case, 14 indicates the uplink and 11 is downlink. So again, different category they have given 3 categories where these categories are used. Okay, the second category is generally used in DTH. Okay, direct to home satellite. The second category is apart from DTH, for all other satellite operation, other satellite operation, they are using 6x4 gigahertz. There are some reason why that 14/11 gigahertz assigned to DTH and others 6x4 is assigned to other operations. Okay, and before that you have to be you have to be careful that always that uplink frequency is greater than downlink frequency. Generally, uplink frequency is greater than downlink frequency. Okay, now let's see what is uplink, what is downlink. Then we'll come back there. So suppose if it is Earth, again if satellite is here, if somebody is sending the signal to the satellite, again the signal is reflected back and it is received at the receiver. This is called uplink frequency. This is called uplink and this is called downlink. Okay, to avoid interference between these two, these two, and these frequencies are they are using some different frequency. Okay, uplink and downlink. Okay, uplink frequency FU, downlink frequency FD. Okay, these two frequencies just different. Okay, uplink and downlink. Again, you take it as an exercise. You try to calculate what is the time taken to reach one signal from this point to this point. Okay, anyway, it has to go through this distance, and again it has to come back again. Okay, what is the time taken for one way time taken? Time taken anyway you can easily calculate. Time taken is what, sir? Time is equal to what? How much distance traveled? How much distance traveled divided by what? Velocity of the electromagnetic wave. Velocity of the electromagnetic wave is fixed 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So now you just calculate what is the time taken to reach from source to destination. Okay, source to destination. And one more thing also you calculate. In case of two-way communication, again the response will take same amount of time to come back. So what is that time? Round trip time. That is called round trip time to complete one round, going from transmitter to receiver and coming back to transmitter from the receiver. Okay, so what is the time taken to reach the receiver and what is the time taken for round trip? Just you can multiply by 2. But so first you calculate what is the time taken to reach the receiver in case of satellite communication. In case of satellite communication, what is the delay? What is the delay of the communication? Okay. So again, what we have concluded, generally the uplink frequency is greater than the downlink frequency. Uplink frequency is greater than the downlink frequency. Okay. Next, they're given two category, 14 gigahertz and 12 gigahertz. Anyway, at the end of the satellite communication, I will clarify why uplink frequency has to be higher than the downlink frequency. There are some reason for that. Okay. Now, in the 12 gigahertz frequency on the